Well, another first for the West is the world premiere in the amateur sense of the Broadway musical The Pirate Queen. It's currently being staged in Ballinrobe in County Mayo, being presented, of course, by the Ballinrobe Music Society. But how do they, an amateur group, of course, rise and take on the challenge of staging such a huge production? We've been finding out. The Mayo coastline, battered by the Atlantic Ocean over the centuries. A rocky shore of many inlets and bays, places to hide, where a once fierce warrior reigned. The story of Gráinne Mhaol has been passed down from generation to generation. She was the Pirate Queen. Her exploits put fear and terror into the hearts of many throughout the land. The story of this remarkable female warrior was brought to the stage in 2007 when John McColgan and Moya Doherty of Riverdance fame brought the story of Gráinne Mhaol to a world audience with their Broadway production of The Pirate Queen. This week the story was brought home to Gráinne Mhaol's own County Mayo, where the Ballinrobe Musical Society has the privilege of staging the first amateur production of The Pirate Queen.
The commitment is huge. It's the learning. That's the mental time that's put in. People look at you, and the performance on the night is always the buzz. It's what brings everybody together. It's what gives me the great buzz. But you can't have a great performance without wonderful preparation. So that takes its toll on every day. I mean, right now at the moment, there's no room for radio in the car. Anybody who travels in the car. So all family are aware of the Pirate Queen because they have no choice. But it's also, I hope, a pleasure for them to come along and see me perform. But it is difficult that, the first question is, what time are you home again today, Dad? And are you rehearsing again, even, just today? I thought this was the day that you don't work. So, but music, when you're doing a musical or when you're doing a show, your preparation is every single day.
Hello.
Hello, darling. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks. So.
Are you heading back in?
Oh yeah. I'll have a cup of coffee though before I go. My mother always took us to the local shows in Ballinrobe when we were young, and it was there that the love of musicals and performance was born. And in 1988 I decided that I would join and see how it would go, and I've been involved in every production since. Well, being involved at the closest level and on stage involves deep commitment. Lots of early hours, lots of late nights, and particularly this year with a world amateur premiere, the level of commitment and involvement is huge. We go on stage in February during the midterm break. So from October to Christmas is a rehearsal period. And that's one aspect of it, but it's particularly this year. It really is 24 hours a day. I mean, I go to work, I come home, and it's the Pirate Queen, and it's musical business. I get up early again the next morning, and it's the same thing. I come home to sleep. That's about it. And my wife Teresa is understanding and patient, and she's been involved in a production, and she knows the buzz that's from it. And she knows and appreciates that it's a big passion of mine. And, very tolerant, I must say.
Okay. With this production of The Pirate Queen, it is different because he has fell in love with another woman. He has a mistress, and her name is Gráinne Mhaol. And if I have to be genuine, I have to be sincere and say I am definitely second fiddle to Grace O'Malley.
No, that's got to be very much to him. But when you have a dream and you get caught in its grip, you can climb aboard a ship. You can, 'cause you're a man. It's a completely new work to this country. It hasn't been performed before, so you have no. I mean, it's very easy when you're doing a lot of the common shows to have some sort of feel or idea of how the show has been done before, and you know where you're going even before you start, and then you try to put your own stamp on it. But with this, you're working from a book, and you're working from the music with no real concept of what it's all going to look like when you put it on stage for the first time. And unlike the original Chicago or Broadway production, we don't have millions to throw about it. We don't have a fly tower. We don't have all those facilities. It's a school hall, and we've got to sort of work within those limitations. But obviously, just because it's so new and so fresh, there's a great buzz and a great excitement about the whole thing.
No, am I facing out that way? Oh dear.
For an ordinary cast member rehearsing the Pirate Queen, from October to Christmas, it has represented about twice a week. From Christmas on, it really has got much more intensive. But nobody's complaining. There's a great desire among every cast member to be as good as they can be and to do justice to this stunning music and production.
Well, I suppose musical theatre means I see my wife and 2 dogs an awful lot less than normal. But to her credit, my wife is very patient and forgiving, because we met actually on the stage. She's not involved in musical theatre, but both of us were involved in, I suppose, straight theatre, for want of a better word. And that's how we met, acting opposite each other in Limerick. So I think she understands the commitment involved in this kind of thing, and she's very supportive, thank God.
Well, I do musical theatre because I get such great enjoyment out of it. I've met so many brilliant, amazing friends doing it, between doing it within Galway or Ballinrobe. It's just a great buzz around. All the rehearsals are such fun. There's great camaraderie. The buzz around the town is great. It brings a real community spirit to Ballinrobe. It's great.
Well, the reason I do musicals is, I think early on when I started, at some point, one night, when they started applauding, I got a grin sort of back to the side of my head, and I couldn't stop smiling for hours. But each year, at some point, hopefully, one of the nights or two, not every time or not every scene, but you'll get that feeling again. And then you know you'd be a fool not to do it. The Pirate Queen is a world amateur premiere. They don't come around too often. But what's particularly significant about this is that the show is set in our own place. And it's such a wonderful celebration of our language, of our culture, of our heritage, of our history and folklore, and of this wonderful, wonderful woman who was so fierce and so wild and such a colourful character. So it's an expression of everything that's Mayo and everything that's west of Ireland, and that's what makes it so exciting.
And the Pirate Queen continues her voyage in Ballinrobe until Saturday next.